pardon. I've sent Alex Brusewitz messages. I've sent Laura Trump messages. I've sent Ed Martin messages. I might have messaged you about it. Why is it so hard to get him out of jail? This is what, let me just make my argument. This is why.
Is he innocent?
Even if he's not, listen, this is my argument. Even if he's not, let's say he's guilty.
Okay.
Let's say he's guilty. But, well, because I almost went to law school, pre-law for 1 semester, and this is how I do this.
I almost graduated high school. That's great.
There you go. See, we don't even need. I'm sick, and you and Rudy should both share that. You guys both dropped out in 11th grade. Okay, real quick. This is how I know. The Constitution says no cruel and unusual punishment. Tiger King, Joe Maniscalco, or whatever, I don't know how to say his name. I always forget how to say his last name, was arrested, and then after being arrested became the most popular person on Netflix, which is like the biggest TV channel. So
the greatest unifier we've ever known.
The biggest unifier during the pandemic, when the country was the weakest, when we were the most divided, we had the one unifier.
I was so hooked. I didn't even sit on the sofa. I sat on the coffee table. I couldn't make it to the sofa. I'm like, what am I watching?
It's that good.
It was pretty amazing.
And think about this, though. Congresswoman, you become the #1 hit show and you're locked up in jail. So you don't even get to use it in your criminal defense. You don't get to use it for any good that you might do out in the community. You know, I just feel like that is cruel, because if we really do have a criminal justice system, what is the whole basis of America? It's about second chances, about, hey, you make a mistake, you get back up. That's the American dream. That's the American way. And by keeping him in jail, I think that is anti-American. I think it's cruel and unusual, and I mean that.
Well, I think President Trump, Ed Martin, and the Pardon Czar team certainly need to look into that and see, because I mean, if allegedly, or I guess what he's convicted of, right, plotting someone's death is considered, you make a mistake and you just get to.
Congresswoman, everybody says, I want to kill them, I want to do that. I mean, come on.
Nobody hires somebody to do it.
But that guy was a crackhead. He gave him 3,000.
Let's see what President Trump wants to do. I haven't read into the actual charges. I've watched the show, certainly. So what he was actually convicted of, put that before the pardon team, and I'm sure they'll see this and have conversations with me and many others. Joe Exotic has reached out to me, or at least his team has in the past, and other members of Congress for sure. And like I said, he was a fantastic unifier. And Alex, I don't know if you've been offered any tigers to make this proposition, to make this
I have a bunch of tigers. No, I have. In Hillsborough, Texas, I have an illegal tiger farm.
So. No, I think truly I enjoyed the heart and sentiment of Joe. And since he's been in prison, his outreach and even, him wanting to run against President Trump while in prison is certainly a part of the American grit and spirit. But we'll see what the pardon team says, and keep putting in words for him.
Well, if Trump can give RFK a job, he can give, his opponent, Joe Exotic, I think, a pardon. Okay.
Hey, listen, President Trump is a unifier. Look, that's something that CNN tries to attack him on all the time. And look how many people have ran against him for president of the United States that are now in his cabinet. It's truly incredible. The people who have said things about him negatively, and he has said, you know what, I see your talent that is far greater than any negative thing you may have said or felt about me, and you are a true asset to this country. So I'm so proud of the team that he has put together in this administration.
Okay.